Welcome to Talkin Business. I'm Joe Catrambone, CEO of the Stuart Martin County Chamber of Commerce, and I'm really honored and pleased today to have one of our trustee members with us today, Susan King from Martin Funeral Home and Crematory. I know you have a funeral today. I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to be on the show with me, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm interested from the day I met you. First of all, you don't look like a mortician, a funeral director. I don't know that there's a prototype what you're supposed to look like, but you look more like a fashion model or a
so sweet
professional. And not that you're not a professional, but so it's intriguing to me in an industry, at least in the past, I don't know, lately it may be different, that is dominated by men and male. How did you get into it?
Well, that's an interesting story in itself. I first of all, I just want to say good morning and thank you. It's an honor to be here. It really is.
Thank you.
And I was glad I was able to be here and make adjustments to the schedule that I have, but thank you. Actually, what happened is my husband came home one day and said, guess what I bought? And I thought he was going through a midlife crisis. And I thought, oh dear, what color Corvette did he buy? And he tried to explain what it was. And he goes, you know that funeral home that's right there on and I'm trying to think of where there was a car lot next to that where he bought the Corvette. He says, no, I bought the funeral home. You did? Okay, and my husband, I was just surprised that my husband's actually a licensed attorney, practicing attorney, and I just thought, okay. And the next thing you know, I became a funeral director.
So it wasn't in your
Never. It was
background?
Not in our family. Nothing.
So he bought this funeral home, and you went to school and learned to become a
Correct.
funeral director.
Correct. After I graduated from college, and I thought I was going more in a different type of career path and such. And I was actually working for my husband at the time. And the next thing you know, I kind of secretly, I went to funeral school or mortuary school, one of the finest colleges around. And I commuted back and forth because I had two small children. So I commuted back and forth on a regular basis to Pennsylvania. Obtained my funeral director's license, and here I am, and we've owned it for 22 years.
Wow. How long did it take you to get your, is it a degree?
It is a degree. Years ago, when we first started, you used to have I believe it was a bachelor's degree, and it was a 3-year full-time program. But because of my previous education, and they offered me quite a few credits, I had to only go 2 years. Now, my husband, after having gone to multiple colleges, he going med school and law school, he only had to take a lot shorter amount of time to obtain his funeral director's license. And months, matter of fact, that's all he had to go attend, yes. And then we just blossomed from there, and we purchased it from the original owners. It used to be called, many moons ago, it was John's Funeral Home. And they started that in 1916, and we ended up buying it from one of the sons of the original persons who started John's Funeral Home.
It was called John's when you purchased it?
No, it was called something else.
Yeah, because I don't remember John's.
Yes. Oh, that's old time.
Yeah.
No, it was something else, and those folks are no longer around. They were just tenants in there. And then when we purchased the funeral home, we've just developed it, and we've had it for 22 years. And then we opened our second location probably when we were about 10 years into our first location. Our second location is in Port St. Lucie.
I knew that, yeah.
On Floresta and Port St. Lucie Boulevard.
Wow. So do you have it? Do you and your husband run both of them, or do you have?
We do. We have, and we also have a wonderful staff of funeral directors and administrative assistants, crematory operators, comptrollers. Just like everyone else. But
is the crematory part of your?
It is.
It's right in your facility.
It is. We are the only family-owned and operated funeral home and crematory in all of Martin County with our crematory on site, and they will not be opening up. My understanding is they will not be opening up any more additional crematoriums to be allowed to be within the the city limits.
Really?
Right.
So, what is there? One other crematorium in Martin County?
I believe there is.
I think it's on Monterey.
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Wow.
That's a corporate. Yes, that
Yeah,
is. Yes, they're
yeah.
corporate.
Yeah. So, you joined the chamber, and you took it by storm. You're very active,
Thank
which
you.
I appreciate. You became a trustee member, which we appreciate. You sponsor everything we ask you to. You're very involved, and you were signed up to go through leadership this year, and
Was.
unfortunately you were not able to make it. And I hope you
I'm
go
very
through it next year.
disappointed about
Yeah.
it.
I know you'll enjoy it, and I know you know, people make up the program. The program is there, but if you don't have the people who are interested in participating, it's just.
Well, I have that to look forward to next year.
Yeah. Well, so we're looking forward to that, and of course, your involvement in the chamber. We appreciate you so much, and
Thank
you know,
you.
and it's not you just don't write a check. You show up. You greet people. The other day we had a breakfast. You were standing out in the lobby in the chamber greeting people as they come in. That's what makes our chamber what it is. I think people say most people, I've heard this my whole life, chambers are cliquish. They really aren't. It's what you make of it and how you involve yourself. So they're not cliquish, but I think it's great that you dispel that rumor, because you're out there along with other, and especially our trustees. Our trustees are so special for us, and they're special people, and you're like part of the team, welcoming people.
Well, I enjoy going to all the chamber events. I enjoy going to the chamber breakfasts, lunches, and I enjoy sponsoring them. I'm actually looking forward on the 30th on when we have our gala event at Mariner Sands.
Yeah.
My husband and I are very much looking forward to that. That happens to be my son's birthday, and he goes, "Hey, you're not taking me?" And I said, "No, Mom, Dad, you're going out, okay?" No, I do. I really enjoy sponsoring the breakfasts. That means a lot to me to get involvement. I think what we do as a chamber is beneficial to it's a wonderful outreach to everybody, and especially with all these newcomers coming in, they can get all the information they need right there, one stop, right there at our chamber office, right down the street from us. I love it.
Thank you for that. Yeah, most people don't even know what the Chamber of Commerce does, or what.
That's the first place people should start looking when they're
Yeah.
new into the area. They should start looking right into the chamber. That way you can find out, what you need to know about the area that you're moving into.
Well, years ago, we used to have a lot of foot traffic come through the chamber. People interested in moving here were visitors, and they would come in and pick up maps and things of that nature. Well, the internet sort of
Changed a lot of
changed
that.
Yeah. So we don't get that foot traffic, but our website, it's an awful lot of traffic, which is good too. And we provide a lot of information on our website, as you know, but it's so much.
Well, that's why I advertise on the website, on the chamber
But it's
website,
so
because I know
much
it's the
better.
first place that people are going to look when
Yeah.
they come in, because they don't know where to go and what to do, and they don't understand what it's all about.
Yeah, and our website, as you know, it covers everything. I mean, I think we cover almost anything a newcomer, someone interested in moving into the area would do it. But it's so much better when they come in. We have that personal contact with them, and we're able to answer questions. I mean, you can't ask your computer screen a question
No,
most
you
times.
cannot, no.
You can go to help or some things like that. So, is there something you'd like to that I missed that we'd like to talk about?
I just wanted to say to folks that I really enjoy my job, and I enjoy what I do. I enjoy helping families. My job is to help take your burden off your shoulders. It's already hard enough what you're going through. I'm proud to say I'm the only family-owned and operated funeral home and crematory in all of Martin County. It means a lot to me. And in this industry, I think that that's something that's so important, that that you're going to have that special one-on-one touch, and that you're not going to be held to corporate standards. And we're not like that. I've been in this area for over 50 years, and let's just say, I used to say, when people say, well, how old are you and everything, I'd just say sweet 16 with a little, experience. But I do truly enjoy being a part of our chamber. I look forward to many of the events. I try to schedule my schedule around those events. And I do like to be a help. And again, I am sorry I wasn't able to make leadership this year because certain things popped up and I was unable to make the initial day. But I do plan to be there first day next year.
And I know you'll love it, and I know you'll be great for the program. One of the things that I have seen over the years, and you have a wonderful reputation.
Thank you.
Anyone who's ever dealt with you through your business, not through the chamber, but in a crisis situation, a death in the family. One of the things over the years that I've seen and heard people say is the funeral directors take advantage of people at a time
that's
when
awful.
they're so vulnerable.
It's all about integrity.
Yeah.
And that's,
Yeah,
and I want to go home and lay my head down on my pillow and go to sleep, or I want to be able to walk into Publix or Aldi or, Winn-Dixie or one of the grocery stores and be able to see one of my families, or walk into a restaurant and they'll be able to say, "Oh, Susan, thank you so much for helping me." And it means a lot to me when people, introduce themselves again to me and I'm able to express that I was happy to help them and ease some of their burden.
And you do have that reputation.
Thank you.
I've had so many people, and as you say, that at a time of need, and people are easily taken advantage of,
They are,
unfortunately. And so, but that's and I say that I have had so many people say that about you.
Well, that's why it's important to be family owned. That way you can put that personalized touch in there. You don't have to answer to the corporate, head people. I enjoy what I do. I actually enjoy waking up every morning and going to work and knowing that I'm doing the right thing. It's a lot. I appreciate
that's a great feeling,
what you
isn't
say.
it?
It is. It does. It means a lot.
To know that you're helping people
That's
and that
correct.
you're making a difference, no matter what that you've made a difference in whether the way they're handling their crisis or whatever that may be. So
well, there's only two things that are certain in this world, and they always used to say it's paying taxes and death.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to say this, and I'm going to make a joke about it, but I know a lot of tax cheats out there. Okay, so unfortunately, it's something that's going to happen to all of us. And I always say, if there's any way that I can help somebody, at least guide them through that, transition period, I'd be honored to do so.
And that comes across.
Thank
obviously.
you.
I think obviously that's why you're so successful.
Thank you.
I've never had the pleasure of meeting your husband. I look forward to meeting him at the gala.
You will. You'll get to see him on, what is it, Friday or is it Saturday? I don't
30th,
remember.
yeah.
30th. The only reason I know it's the 30th is my oldest son's birthday.
You said that, yeah. Yeah. Well, Susan, thank you so much for
Thank
taking
you.
time out and for the support of the chamber. I can't thank you enough for that.
Well, that means a lot to me, too. All right.
But thank you.
I'll see you in a couple
soon.
weeks.
Yes. Oh, we'll see you before then.